How's it going, everybody? Back again this week. Another video talking about, well, you hadn't guessed yet, Ashes. Ashes of Creation, this upcoming MMO that we're all looking forward to. And I think this is a pretty important topic. Difference between tab targeting and action combat. These are the two types of combat that you see in a lot of different games. Tab targeting would be in like World of Warcraft. Whereas action combat you would see in a game more like Phantasy Star Online 2. Tab targeting, press tab, target an opponent, press your skills, you're within range if they should work, they'll hit. Action combat, you are moving around, you are not pressing a key to auto, you are pressing most likely left click. You turn your mouse to turn which way your character faces. You have to aim your weapons to make sure you hit. Say a sword, you have to aim correctly so you hit the monster. A bow, you have to aim correctly to hit the monster. Same thing. You generally wouldn't see both of these in one game, right? Ashes wants to do both. Is this a bad thing? That's the question we're asking here today. And I want to go a little bit more in depth on everything before I give you my answer and before I really say what other people are saying. I will say, to start with, I don't agree with most people, but we'll get back into that. But where do we start? Well, I think we start with, what's the bonus? What is the bonus to having both of these? To having tab targeting and action combat? Well, I'd say there's a couple bonuses. One, varying gameplay. You give your players multiple options of ways they want to play. If they want to go tab target, if they want to go action combat. Now, you're giving the players the option to pick. You're giving them the choice of that, and that's good. Players seeing choice generally prefer it. Choice in classes, choice in gameplay, whichever. The choice in how you're playing your game opens up more options, opens up variety. Now, besides that, what else? Allows more players to play the game. Now you might be thinking, well, Tech Deck, if they don't like tab targeting, they shouldn't play it. Okay, you're right. If you don't like tab targeting and you hate it, you shouldn't play a tab target game. Correct. Why can't we have both? Is there a problem with having both? No, there's not. Can there be problems with having both? Yeah, there can be. So let's get a little more into that. At what points does it become not worth it having both of these options, having tab targeting and action combat? When having both takes away from either one significantly. If having your development team split between working on both tab targeting and action combat actually takes away from the feel, the flow of either one, tab targeting or action, that's when it's not worth it to have. But when you are ruining your game by trying to add extra features, you're not going in the right direction, obviously. So, do we feel like Ashes is restricted on time and it feels like they need to pick one now? No. They have the time. If they want to make it work, they can make it work. Do I feel like either of the gameplay modes currently in their last Alpha 1, in the month-long Alpha 1 of Ashes, were bad? No. They were both good. I had problems with split motion and root body, combat. That's a whole nother video we're gonna get into. But this set specifically, this talk of tab targeting versus action combat, no, I think they were fine. I think it played fine on both ends. So what's my thoughts? I like both options. I have friends who only play Tab Target. I have friends who only play action combat games. They don't like the other one. They'll give it a try. They don't like it. If we can have more players playing a game focused on players, Ashes of Creation is looking to be that kind of game. We want more players that will last. Having both is not a problem. Having instances where one is better than the other, maybe for instance 1v1 PvP, having tab targeting would be better. Yeah, that makes sense. How about a large scale combat? There might be a time when action combat is actually better. You're shooting into a horde of players, you don't want to be stuck targeting one guy. You don't. Is that bad? No. The game is balanced in a multitude of varied ways. It is not bad for the game because they both feel good. I thought they both felt good. I had fun playing both. If you were to see my VODs, I obviously played more in tab targeting because that's what I prefer. Does that mean I didn't play action combat? No, not at all. I played that too. I think they're doing it fine. They obviously need a lot of refinement. They need a lot of work on it. It felt very alpha. Very, very alpha. But it was good for what it was. I think all the nonsense of people talking about we need to stick with tab targeting or let's just shut up and go to action combat, they can shut up completely. They can both exist, and that will be fine for the game. People need to worry about it a bit less. At any point, the design team thinks that they need to pick one if they have their reasons, development time, or if they can't get it working right, that's fine. But currently, they play well. They play together well. I don't think this needs to be as big of a problem as some people are making it. That's just my take. But what are your thoughts? Let me know. I mean, my thoughts, my opinions, obviously, but that doesn't mean you can't have your own. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Up to you. But otherwise, that's it. That's my thoughts on this topic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back again next week. Another video, hopefully. Hopefully talking about the whole split body root motion combat. Ugh. That's a debate. But we'll be back then. Until then, you've all been amazing. I hope you all have a fantastic day and or night, wherever it may be. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, also, I stream almost every day over on Twitch at TechTech22. Feel free to stop by if you want. Yeah. There's I promise. See, 2 weeks in a row. There's gonna be another video. It's gonna happen.